Hey folks, today I want to show you how to use this floorplanner.com software to lay out your dream house. So what I've got up right now is actually a house that I'm consulting with a friend to actually remodel. So I'm going to uh, show you how to do a floor plan with this particular house. Your dream house is obviously going to be quite a bit different. What you're not seeing off screen though is I do have kind of a rough sketch. It's sort of a bubble diagram showing the approximate sizes of the different rooms that I want to use to create my floor plan, as well as the layout for the house. And so, looking at this floorplanner.com software, if you start a new project, you're going to see something like this. There's a couple different options here. There's a room wizard that'll kind of set things up sort of step by step for you. If you're new to this, you might want to play around with that. You could actually use an existing image to trace over a floor plan. I'm going to create just an empty floor plan. Show you all how to get started with that. If you go over to the build tool, this is where we will get started. You'll see a little plus sign that is like the origin or starting point. And so I'm going to actually move this to the bottom right corner because that's the corner I'm going to start with for the house that I'm working on designing the remodel for. Easiest place to start is this draw room tool, and what it's going to let you do is essentially draw rectangles for your rooms, and it'll snap to specific dimensions, and so you can go through and set the interior or exterior dimensions of your rooms. I would suggest working with the smaller of the two, the interior measurement. The exterior is accounting for the thickness of the walls, which may vary depending on whether you're using half-inch drywall or three-quarter-inch drywall or the nominal width of your studs that are used for your frame. But what you can do is, once you got your floor plan created, you can just punch in a dimension. So this particular room that I'm working on here is 14 long by 12 feet wide. And so, bam, there is a room. Easy enough to do the same thing to draw a second room. And so actually, with the floor plan that I've got, the next couple rooms are bathrooms. So this room up here is a bathroom. And you will see, I might need to zoom in, if you create a room, when you mouse over points, the lines will pop up. That means the room that you're drawing is snapped to those lines. And so for rooms that share a common wall, like the bedrooms and like the interior walls of your house between the bedrooms and the bathrooms and the living space, you want to make sure those are snapped to each other. If you get something that's off a little bit, you can always click and drag it, and it will let you snap things to existing lines for walls. I got that one off just a little bit. There we go. And so again, I'm going to go through, add some dimensions to these rooms. So I know that this bathroom is 6 feet wide. Now, there's a couple options up here for resizing things. And it'll let you choose which wall you're going to shift to resize the room. So, for example, if I pick this option, that's going to shift it to the right, which in this case is going to push it outside my exterior wall of my house, which is not exactly what I want. So what I want to do is when I resize this, I want to shift the wall on the left, and that'll give me the correct dimensions of this house. So let me add a couple more rooms. I'm not going to do the whole house because it's kind of redundant once you start working with it. There's another bedroom up here. And so this bedroom is 12 feet, and I want to shift that left wall. And it's actually a square bedroom, so it's 12 by 12. Oops, so there I didn't select the right tool. I'm just going to Control Z, try that again. Select 12, and I want to shift the top wall so it doesn't interfere with the stuff that I've already drawn. Let me draw 2 more rooms. I'm going to make another bedroom. Let's see, this bedroom I believe is 14. Nope, 12. Let me shift that wall in, and it's actually another square bedroom, so 12 by 12. again, I didn't select the tool. I want to resize this. I want to move that bottom edge to make that 12 feet. All right, let me draw one more room, which is a living room. And it actually looks something like this. So you got to be a little bit careful that you don't do something like this. Here you see, like I didn't get these two walls lined up with each other, so they're off a little bit. So what I want to make sure I do is click and drag that so it snaps to the same wall location. What you don't want to end up with is a bunch of double thick walls. It's going to be a poor utilization of your space. And so this living room itself is 16 feet wide. I'm going to move that left side wall, and it is 20 minus 6, 14 feet tall. All right. Nope. Sorry, it should be 20 feet. There we go. All right, so this is part of the layout of my house. It's missing like a laundry room. It's missing a kitchen, dining room, a garage, but this should be enough to get us started. Once you've got some rooms, you can actually click those rooms once, and a little context menu will pop up and let you actually label what those rooms are. So, for example, this room down here, this is a bedroom. This room over here, that's a bathroom. And so you can just go through and label the individual rooms. It's good to have those labeled. It'll color code those as you're going through this, making it easy to distinguish, what room's what. And it'll also help us think about like what furnishings and materials and fixtures need to be in each of these rooms. And so there we go. So I got 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I got a living room. Next thing that we're going to do, what I would recommend doing is placing doors. And so, thinking about this space here, we've got interior doors. Each room needs a way to access that room. And so the interior doors, you can look at the 2D view or the 3D view. I'd recommend looking at 3D because that'll show you what the style of door is. So just like a standard door. So I got a door coming in. Let's see, to this bedroom. Now, as you're placing doors, you want to think about how the door swings open. And so there'll be little lines that show you how the arc of the door as it opens. And so, for example, if this door is oriented like this, the door is swinging open in the middle of a living space where people are probably existing and moving around. And so there are tools up here that'll let you flip and reorient the doors. And so, for example, I want to flip this door around and I want it to open up into a wall. So that way it's not like nobody's going to be standing back here behind the door. That way opening the door is not going to interfere with other activities that might be occurring in the house. So let me throw up a couple more doors, thinking about the placement of the doors and how those doors open up. Again, I don't want my door opening up like this into the bathroom. The bathroom is a small space. That door opening into the bathroom eats up a lot of floor space. So I'm going to flip that around and have that open into a wall that is not going to interfere with anything. Going to be slightly harder for this other bathroom. So I actually think the way this bathroom works is there's a set of shelves over here. And so thinking about this bathroom, like I don't want it opening up into the living room, again, for the same reasons I didn't want that other door opening up into the living room. But since I know there's a set of shelves down here, I'm going to flip it around so it's opening into those set of shelves, and so it won't hit anybody. Now, hopefully you've already seen the problem with these two bedrooms that I've placed here. There's actually kind of a weird little wall configuration in this house. As it's oriented right now, there's no real way to access this bedroom unless you were going through either the bathroom or the other bedroom. And so what I'm going to do, since the particular rooms aren't perfectly square, I'm going to use the wall tool to draw walls here. And so there's a wall coming out, and there's a slight angle coming out like that. And this little segment here doesn't exist. And so with this house, I've got a door over here. And I probably need a little more space here. Again, the door can't open up into this space, and you'll see why in just a second, but it can open up into the bedroom pretty easily. Typical rule of thumb is that doors open up into bedrooms, not into general living space. The door for this other bedroom is located over here. Again, we don't want it opening up into this little nook here. We want to open it up into the bedroom. I'm going to place one more door because in this living room there is, in fact, a front door that opens something like that. All right, so that's the doors. You want to think about the flow of your house. You want to make sure the doors aren't opening up into somewhere inconvenient. You want to make sure that you can access all the rooms. Make sure that if you want to get from one room to another room, that you can do that pretty easily without like colliding with rooms in the way. After you go through and add doors, my suggestion is to go through and add windows. The windows typically just go on exterior walls. So for example, this room here has got a nice big window. These smaller bedrooms have slightly smaller windows. So let me throw some windows in here where they're located. It's about smack dab in the middle there. Bathrooms may or may not have windows. These bathrooms don't. The living room has, again, some nice big windows. And so, that's the windows. They're typically, again, like I said, located on exterior walls. You don't want like a weird window in between the bathrooms because that would be just weird. But you do want to think about light coming into your house. You want to make sure each room has some access to natural light. So at least each room where people live, like bedrooms, living rooms, kitchens, dining rooms. All right, there are structural elements that you can place. So think about fireplaces, stairs. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything here I necessarily need to include at the moment. But if you want to add some fancy things to your house, there's a lot of cool things you can add here, especially if you got like multiple stories and maybe you want a balcony on your second story. This is where you would find that type of thing. Archways, if you have like a entrance between rooms that's not a door. You can look through that. Water heater is probably something you want to include. But what you definitely want to include, if you look over here in this top menu, is furniture. So to get an accurate idea of the space for these rooms, you want to include standard elements, the furnishings. Think about fixtures like faucets or gas hookups, washer, dryer, fridge, stove, all the things that go into your house. That's going to give you the feel for how big these rooms are and whether they are big enough for people to exist in. So for example, here I had something pulled up, like looking at the bathroom. Here's a bathtub, so I want to think about like where the bathtub's going to be. You can search for stuff in this little search tool. So let's find a toilet. There's a nice looking toilet. Let me throw that in my bathroom. Let's rotate that. There we go. Every bathroom is going to have some kind of sink. So probably a sink with some countertop attached to it. Yeah, maybe something like that if we're talking about like a master bathroom. And so again, like that gives you an idea for like if I got this is a bedroom. I probably got one, maybe two people living in this bedroom. Is this bathroom big enough for two people? Like that's something I want to evaluate the use case for this bathroom. Same thing for like the bedroom. So let me go down here and select bedroom furniture. Let me get rid of. Probably not going to put a sink in a bedroom, but here I can drag in beds. Think about things that go in a bedroom. You probably need a dresser. There's a nice big dresser. There's lots of different styles furniture you can look at if you want to get into this different styles. There we go. Little nightstands might look nice. Stick those. Master bedroom probably has 2 nightstands. Something like that. And you want to go through and do that for each room. Think about things that go in the living room. Do you have, like a TV? Do you have a couch? Do you have, an office desk? Piano? Do you have bookshelves? There's lots of things that go into the space. And so what you put in this space is going to largely depend on you and your interest and what you want in this space. You are designing this house for you, your family now or your family in the future, the kind of house you want to live in. And so think about what you want while you're building this space for, to hold the things that you want. And there's already a bunch of stuff already modeled here. Makes it super easy to, get an approximate idea of how things fit in a house. So, for example, if I'm looking at, living room, I'm probably going to have a TV stand. Let's see. Everyone's probably going to have a couch. Yeah, that's cool. So just go through and add stuff in your rooms, see how the layout is. Like, for example, I probably wouldn't want to put like the TV over on this side. It's going to block the door, and the couch, because this door is the main entryway, and that's going to interfere with people accessing the house. So you want to think about how the human flow works through this house. Like, I probably don't want to put the TV on this wall, because if I got a big window here, I'm going to get a lot of light reflected off the TV. So again, something you want to think about as you're laying out this house. And it takes a little bit before you get used to the type of considerations you have to make. The spacing with this dresser, it looks like it's getting close to interfering with the door. Maybe I want to reconfigure this bedroom. Those are all considerations that you want to make as you're going through and creating your dream house. Now, please take a look. If you did the brainstorming assignment, that gave you a list of all the rooms that you should require or that are required in your house. Your house is required to be 2 stories as well. There's a tool for keeping track of the different floors of your house. I think you have to pay to actually access that tool. A real easy workaround for this is to, if you got your first floor here, use the build tools and start designing the second floor of your house next to it. Easy enough to see the first floor, second floor side by side. You could create a separate project if you wanted to. One thing I will say, since you've got potentially 2 stories to your house, you will want to go through and add structural elements that get you from one floor to the next. Stairs, whether it's a traditional stairway or like a fancy spiral staircase. If you do that, you want to make sure that your staircase on one floor is in approximately the same position as the staircase on the second floor, because those things obviously have to overlap for them to work. So think about that as you're laying out your different floors. Let's put a balcony on this. So a couple other nice features with this tool. There's a 3D rendering software. If you click 3D, it'll actually give you a 3D view of the floor plan layout, let you see how your house works. And so you can zoom around, take a look at things. Balcony didn't work, did it? You can also get a first-person perspective going through your house and kind of take pictures and see what that layout looks like inside. So that may be something useful to get a feel for how your house is laid out, how the space works in this dream house that you're creating. One more thing I want to show you guys. If you go to the little house menu here, there's a collaborate option here. That'll give you a link to this house design, and I will go ahead and post this link in Canvas for you guys to take a look at. That's what I'm going to ask you to turn in for this assignment. That'll let me check out your house and see if you're thinking about the design considerations that I've asked you to think about. So check that out. If you got any questions, please feel free to shoot me an email. Hi, Joey.
I got 8.
Did you get chicken eggs? Okay, everyone say hi to Joey. Joey, you want to say hi to everyone?
I got something for us.
Okay. Or post on Canvas to the Q&A. Stay safe, everybody.